Andrew, I think, felt left behind kind of a thing. He was always secluded.
My name is Sergeant Andrew Scott Lay. I was formerly a specialist in the 1st Battalion, 12th Infantry, 4th Armored Division, fought in Iraq in 2003 during the invasion. Then was out of the military, then I was Sergeant Andrew Lay, 10th Mountain Division, Bravo Company, Black Sheep, 1st Battalion, 87th Infantry, and fought with them in Afghanistan for a year from February 2010 to March 2011. And I was a gay soldier, though they didn't know that.
Growing up, he was always very quiet and withdrawn. I think that he went to the Army to kind of escape our childhood, which was good, but it was Christian and hardcore, Couldn't listen to music, couldn't do anything. So I think he joined the Army to escape that. I never heard him before that talk about ever joining. Just all of a sudden one day he's like, I'm getting married and going to the Army.
To one shape or form, I've known since I was probably about 12 or 13 that I was attracted to guys, but then, I was definitely ashamed of it for a long time. Very, very long time. I would say almost more than half of my life. You want to be comfortable in your own skin, and that's something that's not an easy thing to do, especially coming to terms with being gay, because it's not something that I ever wanted. I wanted to be married and have kids and all that good stuff, but sometimes you just don't get to have what you want. Honestly, when I joined the Army when I was 17, one of the biggest things on my mind was that if I could do this and I can be in the military, that maybe this will turn me straight. That's why I thought, I gotta stop this. I was actually really battling with myself, and that's probably why I got married so young. I got married when I was 18, and I was just trying to fight this person that I was inside. I didn't want to be that person. Well, I went in before Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed, so it was never an issue. It was always something that I dealt with on a personal level. I'd say that I was just basically just hiding it all the time anyway, so being in the military was just an extension of that. I was out to probably maybe 3 of my friends when I was in my first deployment in Iraq, and the rest of them I just didn't think that I was close enough or felt that I was good enough friends where I would even want to share that, even if we weren't in the military. So Don't Ask, Don't Tell, I think it's good to some extent, but at the same time it's very limiting to other people, because the only branches, I think the only actual jobs in the military that would really have a serious issue with that would be the infantry and armor, like basically the stuff that I was involved in. Would I be out to my Joes, my soldiers, if I was still in the military? No, I wouldn't, because I don't think that they would respect that. They probably would eventually after a while, but it'd just create problems. I'll tell you this much, as far as gay soldiers serving the military, I was a gay soldier serving in the military, and I was 3rd in command of an infantry rifle platoon, 10th Mountain Division, and I was one of the best soldiers. I won awards, John D. McGrath Award, Leadership Award. I won 2 different squad competitions with my squad. My soldiers loved me. I didn't have problems with AWOL. I didn't have problems with discipline. I was able to compartmentalize being gay and then having soldiers, because when I was younger and I was, like 18, 19, 20, like sometimes I had a sexual relationship with a soldier in my platoon, which is rare, but it did happen. Now, as a non-commissioned officer, as someone who's actually in charge of soldiers, that was completely inappropriate. And I never, ever would separate that, because I'm here supposed to be an example to these soldiers, supposed to lead them into combat, basically train them, and they have to be able to trust me completely with their lives, which is what they do. And I would never betray that trust by ever actually trying to be with one of my soldiers. I thought it was inappropriate and actually just wrong, morally. I didn't really start coming out until I came back from Afghanistan. Before that, I guess you said I didn't really have the balls. I was scared. I wasn't sure of what was going on with me. I was still very much trying to figure out who I was, what I was interested in, because I was always worried about what other people think. What are my parents going to think? What are my family going to think? It was a long, hard road to get to that point where, I'm okay with who I am. I'm fine with this. I am me. I'm a veteran of 2 wars. I've been in more fights than most people. I've been firefights. I've been machine gun. I've been RPG'd. I've been blown up. I've been I have a boyfriend. It's like, you know, people usually don't compute those two things together.
He came out to me about a week or two ago. It was cool, you know, whatever makes him happy. And I've noticed since, you know, he's been doing that, telling people, you know, he's gay, he's happier. He's not as quiet, he's not as, you know, because you could tell he had something inside him that was just, and I could always see it.
I've definitely not told my parents that I'm gay. That's definitely a bridge I plan on crossing when I'm comfortable enough to cross it. But it's baby steps, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, coming out to my family, sisters, brothers. Yeah.
I think if he was to come out to his parents, my mom would probably blame herself because she's hardcore Christian and God, what did I do? But you know, she's just always gonna love him, you know. I think my dad wouldn't judge him either, you know. I mean, they both love him unconditionally, and I don't know how that would be for any parent. I mean, but it's like whatever, as long as you're happy. I think it's a harder path, so I think they worry about him in that way, you know, because of society and all its bullshit.
The two points don't make sense because here you are, type A male, and here you are, gay male, and they don't really fit together. It's trying to find I guess you say a normal strain so you can live both these lives and be that one person. Coming back, yeah, as being a gay man, you don't really have the same rights, but I suppose if I was wanting to get married, then it would be an issue, but I really don't want to get married, so it's not really a problem for me. It's just, it never was really an issue, and if it became an issue, then I'm sure I'd be more involved, but as of right now, it's just, it's voted by the people, and the people pass the proposition. I mean, do I understand it, accept it? No, but, you know, that's democracy.